out the old phone right now. Let's see how that works. Just got a new phone, but I wanted to go live on here. Let's see if the horizontal looks better than the vertical, because the horizontal, like the camera, is like so middle. Hopefully, it sends out the notification to you guys. Let's see. I'll share it on Twitter right now. Quick little live stream. What's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? Muzz in the building. We're going back to our roots, guys. We're going back to our roots with the phone streams. The phone streams. Let me know if you guys can hear me too. I'm trying to see if the chat. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Cause I got Galaxy Buds in. What's going on? Muzz, Luann, Lestat. What's going on, guys? Just talking quickly free agency, man. This free agency has been pretty damn dope this off season. It's not like big signings or anything like that. It's not like crazy big signings. It's just we're getting the right pieces. That's what it is. We're getting all the right pieces in here. Now I'm trying not to. I don't want to. All right, my sound looks good. I don't want to go on too long because I know Kush is going live at 9:30. So maybe I'll be here for like an hour. So chill with you guys. Let's talk some New York Giants. I hate how this. You guys let me know how it looks because from the horizontal camera here, it kind of cuts off my head, but I don't want to hold the freaking camera all the way up to here. You guys let me know. What's up, Kid Blue? Did like the Tyrod Taylor signing? The Tyrod Taylor signing to me was impressive, man. The fact that we were able to get him to a 2-year, $11 million contract, like if he doesn't play at all, let's say best case scenario for Daniel Jones, right? The best case scenario for Daniel Jones is that he has a phenomenal year and we don't need to use Tyrod Taylor. We still only paid $5.5 million this year for a quality backup. Like I don't think how people know how that much is needed so far. Lewis is too much money for Tyrod. Here's the thing though, it's not $17 million, only $11 million. So the $17 million comes with incentives. So with those incentives, that can get up to $17 million if he winds up starting. And then you have a quarterback, and that's $17 million over the span of 2 years. So if Tyrod Taylor winds up starting, I'm sorry if you guys hear the vibrations. Let me turn my vibrate off here so you guys don't hear it through the camera. But if Tyrod Taylor somehow starts for the Giants, we're only paying him $8.5 million a year. $8.5 million for a starting quarterback. I mean, that's how much Daniel Jones is supposed to be making. So I'm not seeing as bad whatsoever. And Tyrod Taylor is a quality, I wouldn't say quality starter, but he is a starter that can get it done. He's shown he can get the job done with multiple teams. I like Tyrod Taylor. Um, I admit that I was a big critic of Tyrod Taylor back in the day, like when he was with the Buffalo Bills, because he only threw for like 150 yards a game. He was too conservative. He doesn't throw interceptions at all. He's not a gunslinger by any sort of imagination. You know, he chooses his shots very, very wisely. Okay, he's a guy that thinks about thinks about where the ball is going before he throws it. Not much of a gunslinger mentality, but and by the way, Mark Stewart, didn't I had to add your name to my members list on my outros because I don't think I have your name on there. I just reminded myself just now. I had to put that on there. But thank you so much for being a member, man. Um, what's going on, Johnson? We don't have Glennon and Fromm anymore. Let's go. I know. I'm just happy about that as well. Happy about that as well. But like I said, okay. So this works out. This works out for the Giants. It's a win-win situation for the Giants. Okay, if Daniel Jones is best case scenario for Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor never starts, right? And Daniel Jones has a phenomenal year. That means we only spent $5.5 million on Tyrod Taylor because he didn't start. He didn't reach the incentive threshold. I don't know what that threshold is, but if he doesn't start any games, and Tyrod Taylor's on the bench, $5.5 million for a quality known backup in the NFL, I don't think is that bad at all. I really don't think that's that bad. And then if Tyrod Taylor does start and does reach the threshold, of X amount of games. Don't, like I said, don't know how many games that is. But if he does reach the threshold of X amount of games, we only spent $8.5 million 1 year for a starting quarterback. You look in the NFL, guys. Look in the NFL. Teams are paying average quarterbacks $20+ million a year. $20+ million a year. And Tyrod Taylor is average. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this guy's elite. I'm not saying he's going to be elite because we already know what Tyrod Taylor is. He's not a gunslinger by any stretch of the imagination. But he's still, if he winds up starting, is still worth $8.5 million if he were to start for the Giants. That's just, it is what it is. Okay, the only thing that signifies for sure right now, we're not drafting quarterback 2022 draft. Yeah, and I agree with that, Max, and I love that. No Malik Willis, no Pickett. I hate Kenny Pickett. Don't even get me started about Kenny Pickett. I can't stand Kenny Pickett. And it's not about his small hands. Not about his small hands. I hope we get tight. Hopefully, Max Williams. I think you mean tight end. Namar, I like Max Williams. I would love Max Williams on the team. Namar, retract. I understood what you're saying, man. You need to retract your message. I wouldn't mind Max Williams. The thing is, his market value is probably going to be around like $6 million. I don't know if I want to pay all that. Defense and draft both picks. Both picks defense. You would have to see what's there. I don't think. We could talk about the Glowinski a little bit too. Glowinski and John Feliciano. I don't think this takes away from the possibility of the Giants or takes away of the need for the Giants to draft an offensive tackle with the 5th or 7th pick. I don't think that takes away from it whatsoever. Because think about it. We need 3 offensive linemen. We signed 2 offensive linemen. We still have a vacant. I mean, Matt Gano, whatever. I don't think his signing either really says that the Giants won't go tackle here. I still want edge and tackle in the draft. Yeah, me too. I would still get Ikem. Have that quarterback have that tackle competition with Ikem and Gano, and see where it goes from there. But I don't think it takes away from the possibility of the Giants getting like an Ikem. I hope you guys can still hear me. I hit my Galaxy. These things are so sensitive, man. I can't even adjust my Galaxy buds without something happening. I don't know. Magano replaces Parrott and will be a swing tackle, in my opinion. Yeah. See, here's the thing, too. If now we got Gano, right? I understand what you said, Max. Carvinator, what's going on? Long time no see, Carvinator. The thing is, if we have Gano and we draft a tackle, like I said, it's still recommended that we draft a tackle. It's not like Gano is like going to be our savior at right tackle, right? Gano then becomes our swing tackle. What becomes of Matt Parrott? What becomes of 3rd round UConn tackle Matt Parrott? Matt Parrott might be on the roster bubble. As soon as that pick is called, and it's probably Ekem or Charles Cross, because I don't think we're drafting a tackle anywhere in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, anywhere. If it's not the 1st round, we're not getting a tackle. In my opinion, if we're not drafting a tackle in the 1st round, we're not getting a tackle. Because you can't have like Matt Parrott there and then have Matt Gano there and then draft a 3rd round tackle. Well, what sense does that make? That doesn't make any sense. He tore his ACL late. Who knows if he'll be able to even play this year? We'll see what happens with that. Also, Nick Gates as well, Max. A lot of people are saying he may not be ready this year. That's why they have John Feliciano to try to play center. Gano offers good depth. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Gano. But like I said, we pay Gano a decent. I think it's like decent amount of money to start. So it's very apparent that Gano may be starting for the Giants. Like I said, what happens with Parrott? He may be on the roster bubble if the Giants wind up drafting a 1st round tackle. Cut your losses. Absolutely right. Cut your losses. But man, I really had so much hope for Matt Parrott. I really had a lot of hope for. I was before we drafted Parrott. Like during my mock drafts, I was pounding the table for Matt Parrott. I really wanted him. I really liked the combo of him and Andrew Thomas. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys try to hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. Helps me out a lot. Helps me out a lot. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys can. KB, what up? What's going on? Mike Nixon. I like the Tyrod Taylor signing. Hear me out. Signing him to that much money. Maybe the coaches know something about Janitor's neckage that we don't know. That's a possibility, Mike. It's a possibility, but at the same time, I said this earlier in the live. I don't know if you caught it, but it's a win-win situation for the Giants in any situation, whether Daniel Jones starts or Tyrod Taylor starts. If Daniel Jones starts the whole year and Tyrod Taylor doesn't reach that threshold, the incentive threshold, basically we paid a backup quarterback $5.5 million to stay on the bench. That's fine with me. That's fine. That's like paying for insurance. Okay, I pay like $400 in insurance because I'm under 25 and I got in an accident. So I paid like $400 in insurance. Okay, I didn't get in an accident, but apparently I have to pay $400 in insurance because just to be sure, just to be cautious, right? You still have to pay the insurance, even if you feel like you're not gonna get in an accident. Even though I haven't been in an accident, I still have full coverage because just to be sure. Tyrod Taylor is an insurance policy. Okay, you're paying $5.5 million a year to a backup quarterback that could start for you and do a damn good job at starting. He's not going to blow you away. Don't get me wrong. He's not going to blow you away as far as like the production goes, but he's an insurance policy. If now in the other situation, let's say Daniel Jones gets hurt or he winds up being benched because he plays terribly, Tyrod Taylor starts, and then you're only paying $8.5 million for a starting quarterback. How rare is that? That's like first round picks quarterback money, like in a rookie contract. Like that's fine with me. That's a cheap contract in this day and age, for a starting quarterback. Like I said earlier in the live, it's like they're paying average quarterbacks over $20 million a year now. Even if Tyrod Taylor reaches that incentive-based threshold, and he starts for the Giants, it's $8.5 million a year. It's a win-win situation. It really is. If you break down the contract. So I like it. I know people may think it's too much money, but how much do you really expect to spend on a quality backup quarterback nowadays? You're not spending $2 to $3 million like you did maybe 10 years ago, a little bit more than 10 years ago. You're not paying just a couple of pennies out your pocket for a backup quarterback nowadays. You have to pay some money. They're becoming a bigger and bigger market. More and more elite quarterbacks getting hurt. Now, Daniel Jones is not elite, don't get me wrong, but you get my point. Kid Blue, who else do you think we get in free agency? That's a hard question, Amar. That is a hard question because I don't know how much money we have. We spent damn near, let's see, Tyrod Taylor was $5.5 million this year. Let's see. Glowinski is going to be about, I think they said that was only going to be like $3.5 million towards the cap this year. Feliciano, we're still waiting for the contract details on that. I want to assume it's going to be like $6-7 million towards the cap this year. We spent a decent amount of free agency this year already that I didn't think we had. So it's hard to answer that question, Namar, because I don't know what kind of money we have left. You know what I'm saying? So Tyrod's salary over the last 3 seasons with two different teams has been exactly $5.5 million. We didn't overpay. We didn't overpay at all to Max, and that's exactly what we're paying, $5.5 million a year. It's 2 years, 5.5. 2 years, $11 million. 17 with incentives. 17 with incentives. Let's see. I said this on Joel's stream. He isn't a bad quarterback. He's a game manager. He isn't going to lose you the game, but he isn't going to win. Exactly, Mike Nixon. And that's honestly, let's be real and honest with ourselves. That is what a backup quarterback is supposed to be, right? Like that's what otherwise they wouldn't be a backup quarterback. If this quarterback wins you games, he wouldn't be a backup quarterback. Okay, you want a guy who's not gonna be the fault of losing you the game. Tyrod Taylor does not turn over the ball. He doesn't fumble. Although he's a dual threat quarterback, he doesn't throw interceptions. He's one of the best in the league in turnover ratio, or turnovers per attempt or whatever. One of the lowest turnover ratios in the league, right? Over the past, however long he's been in the league. Tyrod, I don't know. Tyrod definitely won the Texans' first game of the season, dropping over 40. Exactly. Nobody expected that. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. He may show up in games, but he's not going to be he's not going to be like the highlighted player. Like, we got to watch out for Tyrod Taylor. You know what I'm saying? But he's not going to lose you the game as well. And let's be honest with ourselves. That is what backup quarterbacks are supposed to be. That is what they are supposed to do. Not lose you the game, but do just enough to probably get you the win, but won't be because of that person, right? He's just going to facilitate and be a game manager and allow the other pieces to win you the game. Your other star talent. He's going to allow Saquon. It's going to allow Kenny Golladay. It's going to allow Kadarius Toney. It's going to allow, that's the Kenny Golladay already, Sterling Shepard to go out there and win you a game. Tyrod Taylor's going to be doing that. And on top of that, he can do stuff with his legs too. Let's make no mistake about it. He can do some things with his legs as well. He's not phenomenal on his feet, but I mean, he gets things done. He could run on a 3rd down and 10 and pick up a first pretty easily. I would like to get a tight end tomorrow, free agency. I would like to as well, Namar, like you said, O.J. Howard, Max Williams. I know Mo Ali Cox re-signed. I like Max Williams. I'm a big fan. I like the bigger tight ends that can block and then go out for a pass. Over under Tyrod Taylor starting 6 games this year. Ooh, good over under just one. Good over under. Optimistically, right? Because I want to be optimistic. Optimistically, I want to say under because that means Daniel Jones either is healthy and or is having a good season. I want to see Daniel Jones succeed in the league. I really do. So I want to say under, but damn, it might be over because now that the Giants have Tyrod Taylor in their back pocket, the very moment that Daniel Jones slips up for more than a game, I'm talking like if he throws like a 3 interception game, the next game, or maybe even in the next quarter of that game that he threw 3 interceptions in, you're gonna see Tyrod Taylor. Now that the Giants have a formidable other option at quarterback, it's bound to happen. I mean, Daniel Jones would have to throw for 40 touchdowns and like 12 interceptions this season in order for Taylor not to get on the field. He's gonna get on the field because there are gonna be games where Daniel Jones, is held for 150 yards. There's going to be games where Daniel Jones throws no touchdowns because we've seen that plenty of times in the past 2 seasons. There's going to be games where Daniel Jones fumbles the ball, loses fumbles maybe multiple times in a game. Same thing with interceptions, We're going to see Tyrod Taylor. Daniel Jones would have to be damn near perfect in order to stay on the field and not have Tyrod Taylor get on. Taylor not as good as DJ. I would agree that I think Daniel Jones is more talented. But Tyrod Taylor is an experienced veteran in the league, and he just has it together. He's got it all together, okay? He's got it all together. Daniel Jones has all the talent. He just can't pick it up. He can't put it all together. He can't make a smooth transition. Tyrod Taylor's been in this league for a while, okay? Multiple teams, multiple offensive schemes. He's done this before. I think he's going to be fine wherever he goes. He's been a game manager in a lot of systems for a number of years. It's incentive base, so it's really, yeah. Let's see. No, Edward Chan, it's not 8.5. It's only 5.5. But if he winds up starting, it'll be 8.5, which is, I think, I'll take the deal. I'll take it. What all teams has he played with? That got me wondering. Okay, so I first heard about him in Baltimore. I'm not quite sure if he was with another team before then, but I know he was with Baltimore. And that was during the Johnny Manziel days because I first heard about Tyrod Taylor because of that preseason game with Baltimore and Cleveland. And Tyrod Taylor was the opposing quarterback and he lit it up. And then everybody was paying attention to Johnny Manziel. I remember that. Tyrod Taylor was with Baltimore. Then he got a starting job at Buffalo. And then he went to Cleveland. And then from Cleveland, he went to Los Angeles. And then from Los Angeles, he went to the Texans. That is, as far as I know, that is where Tyrod Taylor is coming from. Boo says you look happy, bro. Appreciate that, bro. I'm extremely happy. Extremely happy. New York Giants signings. There's thunder outside. Yes, sir, there is. Kid Blue, do you think we get Evan Neal in 2000? I think we get any tackle with the 5th or 7th pick. I think one of the 3 tackles are going to be available. Now it's looking like a big possibility. We may see 2 tackles fall to the Giants at 5. Don't know about 6, or I don't know about 7, but we may see 2 tackles at 5. In that case, if it's Evan Neal and Charles Cross, or maybe not 2 tackles, all 3 tackles may be available by 5. Like I said, if it's Neal, I'm taking Neal. If it's, my big board is Neal, Ikem, Cross. I know I fell in love with Ikem because I didn't think we're gonna get Neal. And it really pains me that if Neal is available, I mean, how can you not take Evan Neal? You have to take Evan Neal. But I like Ikem, I do. But if we're talking who's more who's more day one ready, who's more like everybody's like, oh, Ikem could go to guard. So did Evan Neal. Evan Neal started at Alabama at left guard, right tackle, then went to left tackle. He's done it all, okay, in each season. So Evan Neal's a phenomenal player and is better than Ikem. Okay, Ikem is still a project. Evan Neal, you know how it is with those Alabama prospects, man. They are technically sound, man. You don't have to worry about their technique. And, don't even get me started about his physical ability. It's great as well. Oh, snap. Oh! I just zoomed all the way in by accident. Oh, my God. Dude, yo, what's up with this phone? What is up with this phone? I'm out here trying to check the comments and it just zooms in. I didn't even know you could zoom in YouTube. I'm sorry if I just scared you guys. That was funny. I didn't know. Look at that. What the hell? It just zooms right in. It doesn't even gradually zoom. It just goes, yo. That's funny. My bad, guys. My bad. I'm still trying to work out this new phone. Okay, guys. Listen, don't roast me in the comments, okay? Don't roast me. But is it here right now? Do I have it here right now? No, I don't. I had an S7 for a while now, okay? Everything I was recording on, it was my Samsung S7. Not my webcam videos, but my like regular videos that I actually edit and stuff like that. I'm recording from a Samsung S7, okay? Very, very old phone. So going to a new phone feels so weird. Feels like I'm living in the future. Alright? I was a freaking boomer using the damn S7. Thank God last year quarterbacks are gone. I'm so happy this year. And oh my God. I see you going a little goatee. I'm trying to connect this. You see this, guys? Oh my God. Guys, I'm 24. Look at this. It's coming. Guys, I'm 24 and I can't grow facial hair, okay? I'm 24. I can't grow facial hair for my life. And I'm Puerto Rican. That should be like a given. All right? I don't know what's going on with my genes, okay? I don't know what's going on, but that being 24 and being Puerto Rican, you have to, you should already have a full beard and goatee right now, We have talent, just goes to waste in New York. I feel like that's like that with every team though, rivals. Let's be real. How many times does like A great example is Matt Parrott, right? Matt Parrott drafted in the third round. That should be like borderline starter quality, right? And he just can't see the field. He can't stay on the field. Hey, bro, looking good. I appreciate that, boo. My boo. Um, but yeah, guys, any other questions about the free agency? I love the free agency so far. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, A plus, A plus, A plus, be like I do, every year, right? But I'll be honest. I think the Giants really handled this free agency right with just how cap strapped we are. You know, with how cap strapped. I don't know where they're getting this money from. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea where they're getting this money from. But they did a really good job. They started off. I can look at their transactions right now, right? Let's look at their transactions. Okay, they re-signed Chris Myrick. They signed Austin Proehl, former wide receiver for the Rams. They got Matt Gano, who should be a starter. You know, um, they re-signed David Sills, who I like very much. They waived Caden Smith because he failed his physical, and they released Riley Dixon. So now we're in the market for a punter, which see what happens. And then they signed Robert Foster, who's wide receiver depth. And then obviously they get John Feliciano, they get Mark Lewinsky, and now they get Tyrod Taylor. I mean, they're not getting like world beaters because they can't, guys. They don't have the money to get elite talent. But if you look at John Feliciano, he was a part of a really good offensive line with the Raiders for a couple of years. He's still a really good offensive lineman. You look at Mark Lewinsky, he was with that great offensive line that the Colts had. Everybody's talking about the Colts offensive line. He was part of that, all right, on the interior at guard. I believe he was playing right guard. I could be wrong about that. So he was part of that. He was rated as the 21st best guard in the NFL last season. And if you do the math, that's above average. Okay, that's above average. He had a 70.6 run blocking grade, which from what I hear is a good thing. All right, for PFF. So that was a highlight for them. So if you do like the guards, there's two starting guards in the league, and obviously they rotate as well. Two starting guards in the league. I mean, two starting guards per team, and 32 teams. That's 64 guards, right? 64 guards, and out of those 64 guards, let's just say, there's just 64. He ranks 21st out of those 64 guards. So, Mark Lewinsky, I know a lot of people are more excited about John Feliciano, and you're right too, because he obviously has a bigger name in the NFL. But Mark Lewinsky is no slouch either. This guy's going to start. So John Feliciano is going to be playing center. We already know that. Glowinski is probably going to be there at right guard. And then Matt Gano at right tackle. Shane Lemieux, for right now, at left guard. And our boy Andrew Thomas being a stonewall on that left tackle spot. The edge protector. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button for me. It helps me out a lot. I'm going to be doing more of these streams as I get more accustomed here to using my phone. Maybe I'll start using my computer again too. I know Mike Nixon said earlier about about doing the call-in streams again. If you guys really want that, I will start doing that again. I know Kush has a call-in stream tonight, so make sure you guys tune in for that at 9:30. So about an hour from now, make sure you guys do that. Kid Blue, we're going to cut James Bradberry. No way. No, we're not. Let me look at Twitter, but I don't think we're going to cut James Bradberry. If Feliciano starts at center, that's not good news pertaining to Gates. Yeah, Durant, I'm hearing that Nick Gates might not even be ready to start this season. And that is probably the end of his NFL career, because I don't think anybody's going to wait for him to start next season. What's good, Taj World? What's good, guys? What's up? Trying to look on Twitter, see if there's any more storylines wrapping up. Also, Art Stapleton put out a tweet talking about that the Giants may be interested in drafting James Cook, the brother of Dalvin Cook out of Georgia. Now, he's not as good as Dalvin Cook, but he's a decent running back. Here by Taylor Biscotti. I'm told Georgia running back James Cook is planning to participate in wide receiver drills at UGA Pro Day. And then Art Stapleton retweeted that and said, I'm told the Giants are intrigued by James Cook's skill set, and this just adds to evaluation. They met formally at the Combine. I've heard he will likely take a top 30 visit with New York Giants. So, yeah, the Giants seem to be interested in James Cook, running back of the Georgia Bulldogs. And listen, our team loves Georgia Bulldogs. Our team loves Georgia. Usually on the defensive side of the ball, but Jabril Peppers, how long I've been here. I'm an OG. Jabril Peppers! Oh my god. I still go back to that video every once in a while, like, damn. That's what really took me off, I'm not gonna lie. That's what really, like, got me on, like, more, I wouldn't say popular on YouTube because I'm not popular, but I guess that's what really took my channel off was was the Odell Beckham trade. That was my first I wouldn't say viral, but my first big amount of views I had on a video. And then the Devontae Smith freak out last year. Devontae Smith freak out was my best video I did. I think that made like 70,000 views or something like that, 60,000 views. Crazy. Speaking of Jabril Peppers, what's going on with him? He's a free agent. Jabril Peppers is a free agent. Oh my God, Edward Chen. I don't think I can say it on stream. I'm not gonna repeat it because maybe it's 2022 now. But Edward Chen remembers that. That's from Daniel Jones's day. Oh my God, that might be one of my favorite streams. Daniel Jones, his debut game against the Buccaneers. I was so pissed off I couldn't go to that game because I live in Tampa. But oh my God, that was hilarious. My gay is gay. Oh man, that's funny. KB, what if we get a James Bradberry trade during this stream? Oh my God, that would just be poetic, wouldn't it, Mike Nixon? Mike, that would just be poetic. Because every time I stream, major news happens. I don't know what it is. But every time I stream, major news occurs. What up, Logan? What up, man? Join the party, man. Join the party. But to your question, what if James Bradberry gets traded in general? I would like to see him traded. I'm hearing that his value, I don't know where the source is at. Do not source me on this. But I was scrolling through Twitter. Don't know who this person is. I don't know if I can find it. But somebody said that James Bradberry's worth around the NFL was around a 5th round pick. That's, to me, crazy. Even with his salary. Let me look at what James Bradberry is making this year. I think it's somewhere around like $18 million. I'm not going to lie. James Bradberry. Let's look at how much James Bradberry is going to be making. Contract. Come on, really? It's not. There we go. All right, James Bradberry's contract. I always look at James Bradberry's contract. I always forget what it is. All right, so this year his base salary is at 13, his signing bonus at 3. Here he just restructured this. I mean, he didn't just do it, but he restructured it with Dave Gettleman's regime. Oh my God, his cap hit is at $21 million. That is why the Giants may only get a 5th round pick for him. Teams are not gonna want to, 1, give up a mid-round pick, and then 2, pay $21 million for a corner. They're not going to do it. Now, the Giants can finesse something. I know that, this happens in trades all the time. The Giants could maybe pay half, pay $10 million of that, but that's what the dead cap is. The dead cap is at $9 million. So essentially a team would have to take on $11 million and give up a pick. I don't know if they're going to be willing to pay that. Maybe that's why. I mean, his cap, he's definitely out. He takes up so much money towards the cap. I know we're only going to be saving $11 million. That's $11 million, though, guys. That's $11 million. Man. I'd rather just get rid of the contract no matter what value pick. Then you might as well just no matter what the pick. Yeah. You're right. Because might as well pick up a pick. I would just hope for a fourth. I would just hope for a fourth. I don't think a fifth. That's too. James Bradberry is at the peak of his career. He's 29 years old. He's at the end of his contract. Any team could trade for him to re-sign him. Restructure. You get to restart and negotiate a new contract. You won't have to pay $20 million for the next 2 years or 3 years. He's under contract for the next. No, he's under contract for just this year, and he has an option. It looks like for next year. So, Kid Blue, what I meant, I was on traded by 4 p.m. tomorrow. We will cut your bread rate. Oh, I mean, I don't think we could still. There's no deadline for trading him. It could be by 4 p.m. I know the 4 p.m. is when the new league year starts. You're gonna see a lot more free agents being signed, guys. You're gonna see a lot more free agents being signed tomorrow when things are official, because there's a lot of contracts that don't really get put public before. Because remember, this is just tampering period, guys. This is just tampering period. This is not like official free agency. It's not official free agency. Why is he so close? Yo, Kush, you gotta rewind it, bro. I accidentally was trying to go through. I was trying to go through my comments on the phone because I got a new phone finally. But I'm trying to go through the comments, and the thing is so sensitive that it did this. It messed around and did this, but I should have just showed my eye like this. Oh my god! Now I can't put it back. Okay. It scared. It even scared me, dude. It even scared me. Look at this man trying to defend himself. I can get close. I can get real close and personal for you guys. Why does it look like I'm on drugs? Why does it look like I'm high, dude? I swear, guys, I'm not. I'm not. It really highlights my eyes here. Android, yeah, man. I'm with the Android gang all the way, man. I can't do iPhones, man. I don't like iPhones. So this is a S21 Ultra. I know they just released, they're getting ready to release the S22, but that's fine. I'll take the S21 Ultra. We may be under the cap by we have to be under the cap by 4 p.m. Oh, that's when Namara was trying to allude to. Okay, I get it. Let me go back up in the chat a little bit, try to get some look at these comments because Kush distracted me. If we trade him, I wouldn't mind Sauce. Yeah, guys, little spoiler alert. I love Sauce Gardner, and I would love him to be a Giant. You know what's funny? We were all flirting with this idea of corner in the first round, and we were all like, we don't want a corner in the first round. We have bigger needs than that. Now we're looking at Sauce Gardner and like, James Bradberry might be gone. Sauce Gardner may be the guy. Maybe the guy. What up, KB? I'm excited for this season. I'm sorry, I got a notification. Because it makes or break for a lot of players if they either want to stay on the team or get a big contract. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is make or break. And, if they don't perform up to par, we're going to be saving a lot of money getting rid of all these, free agents. Me and Kush talk about our young guns all the time. There's not a lot of players on the contract in the next coming years, if not any. Besides the free agents we're just signing now. Ultra, yes sir, Kush. Ultra. I didn't want to get the regular schmegular, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get the regular schmegular. What's going on, Big Blue? For life, 57. Ortiz. George Karlaftis sighting in the new Giants Life episode, by the way. Yeah. Honestly, man. I love George Karlaftis. You know, Kush. I put you on to George Karlaftis. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what you say, Kush. I put you on to Karlaftis, okay? You heard my crazy talk about Karlaftis. You're like, this guy's intriguing. Karlaftis is my guy. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I'm taking him at 5 or 7, though. To be honest with you. I don't know if I want to take him at 5 or 7 yet. Just because of that talk that we had on Young Guns the past week. We have a lot of youth on this team. So I would like to just go ahead and get a veteran pass rusher. We haven't done that yet, but I want a veteran pass rusher and try to see what we can do with Aziz. Because I want Sauce Gardner. Dude, to be honest with you, I want Sauce Gardner. I want Ikem. Now we're hearing Neal might drop, which is weird because Neal is like the consensus #1 overall pick. If Neal drops, I don't know how he gets past the Jets. Well, I mean, they signed this guy. They didn't sign any tackles, though. They got Laken Tomlinson, but Laken Tomlinson is more like an interior guy. And they had George Fant there. But I don't know. They're saying that Evan Neal might drop. Ideally, I hope the Eagles don't submit their 3 first picks in time, like 1 year from Minnesota. Yo, I'm telling you, right around that mid-round is where all the defensive talent is. Like Devin Lloyd is gonna be there probably. Oh God, I just activated the ambient sound on this thing. My bad. Yo, I can't adjust these things, and oh God, I don't know how to work technology yet. They tag Robinson, that's why. The thing is with Robinson being tagged, I don't think that takes away from anything. They could use, unless they signed the guards too. They signed Brandon Sheriff. You're right. But the thing is with the tag, I don't really care too much about tag because it's a 1-year tag. And they can easily get rid of Cam Robinson next year and then look for a tackle. I would still get Evan Neal if I don't plan on keeping Robinson. If I don't plan on keeping Robinson, I'm getting rid of. I'm drafting Evan Neal. Jets are because Evan Neal can play anywhere you want him to. He's not just a tackle. He started at Alabama as a guard and then went to right tackle, then went to left side. He's very versatile, more versatile than Ikem. A lot of people are saying Ikem is versatile. Ikem doesn't have that much experience at guard that he does at tackle. And Evan Neal played guard, like straight up played guard, and then played tackle. So he's just as versatile as Ikem. Jets are not drafting a tackle. Sauce, Hamilton will be wild. I love Hamilton, but we got plenty more needs than to get a safety. A secondary with Sauce, Jackson, Hamilton, McKinney. I get that, but I want a tackle. I have a question, KB. What if we take Neal at 5 and Ekwonu is at 7? Do you take him? No, Mike, you don't. Even though, listen, if Neal, okay, check this out. If Neal and Ekwonu are both there at 5, you go a different position. And I say that because there is, odds are, I mean, obviously, just doing simple math, one of those tackles are still going to be available at 7. Okay, and that's if the Giants don't trade down one of those picks. If the Giants decide to, I don't think it's going to happen, honestly, but if the Giants somehow decide to stay at 5 and 7, and both Evan Neal and Ikem are available at 5, you have to take another position at 5 because unless you think the drop-off from Evan Neal to Ikem is that bad, which I don't think so, the only thing I would say is that Ikem is a little bit more raw while Evan Neal is more technically sound. But I think they both have a very similar ceiling in the NFL. But unless you think the drop-off is that bad, you go ahead and get another. If Evan Neal, this would be wild, okay? But if Evan Neal, Kayvon, and Ikem are available, you grab Kayvon at 5 because the drop-off from Kayvon to George Karlaftis, I would say, is more. Even though I think Karlaftis is more day one ready, I think the ceiling is higher for Kayvon. I would pick up Kayvon at 5. Then at 7, you're gonna have either maybe you'll still have Evan Neal and Ikem available. That's if like Carolina gets like Malik Willis or something, right? They need offensive linemen. Don't get me wrong, but if they decide to go quarterback, Kid Blue, do you think we will get any pass rusher during? I would hope so. I would hope even if it's on a cheap veteran to bring in that can wind up starting next to Aziz, or not even start, just play it out. Lorenzo is a free agent, isn't he? Hold on. Is Lorenzo Carter a free agent? One of you guys is gonna know. You guys are gonna put in the comments before I even able to look it up. Lorenzo Carter is a free agent. Okay, if the Giants do not pick up Lorenzo Carter, obviously you can say Quincy Roche can start opposite of Aziz Ojolari, but that means you're putting way too much stock in these young guys. I would still try to get a veteran guy in there to try to rotate with Quincy Roche. Remember, Quincy Roche is still a 5th-round pick. Even though he's a good 5th-round pick, he's still a 5th-round pick. You don't want to put all your marbles into one basket. Think about if the Giants did that with Darius Slayton, okay? If the Giants did that with Darius Slayton, we'll be in a world of trouble right now. They're still 5th-round picks. He was still a 5th-round pick. He was still relatively new to the Giants. Now he's going in a whole different defensive scheme. So, yeah. You shouldn't be drafting for need at 5. You shouldn't. Edward, that whole BPA thing is BS. If BPA okay, here's the thing, Edward. Here's the thing. If you don't need a tackle, if you have star tackles, right? If you have star tackles on both sides, I can't give you an example right now, but if a hyper, hyperbolic example right now, okay? If you have a 2 star tackles, right? You don't just and the best player available at 5 is another star tackle. You don't draft that star tackle. You just don't. Okay, BPA is a load of crap. A lot of people say BPA, but they never go BPA. People lie all the time. Okay, you want to know who's the BPA in this draft? You want to know who's the best player in this draft? Kyle Hamilton is by far the best player in there. I think Kyle Hamilton could be all-pro this year in his rookie year. And don't tell me I'm crazy because Micah Parsons did it himself as a linebacker. Kyle Hamilton could be all-pro this season as a rookie. Kyle Hamilton should be if we want to go BPA all the way, Edward, then Kyle Hamilton should be the #1 overall pick. If BPA was a real thing, Kyle Hamilton would go #1 overall. And then Aiden Hutchinson. And then I guess you would go like Evan Neal. And then I would even say Kayvon. Kayvon would drop because Kayvon's not like Kayvon's great, don't get me wrong, but he's like not day 1 ready. He's not BPA. He's potential. Jermaine Johnson or Karlaftis, who will be a better pro? I love Jermaine Johnson just because it looks like Jermaine Johnson can play everything. Jermaine Johnson looks like he can play in any scheme. Honestly, he looks that versatile. Karlaftis, I think, can do the same, but I think he's a little bit limited. I don't think he has like elite strength. Like I think Jermaine Johnson is extremely strong. But Karlaftis, I love Karlaftis because he's like 270 pounds and has one of the best get-offs I've seen from a pass rusher in a long time. From a guy that big. He's big. Yeah, no, at right. Should have just kept Jake Fromm as a back, a waste of money. Eagle Speed making an appearance. Eagle Speed. Y'all don't know about my boy Eagle Speed, man. I think Foster is better than Slayton. Gettleman extremely reach because I was doing my research on this. I was looking at mock drafts back a week until the draft Slayton wasn't going on draft. Yeah, Mike, I would say that, but let's be real. I know collectively it's like cool to hate Darius Slayton, but let's be real. Darius Slayton is better than a 5th-round pick. Okay? Darius Slayton is better. He led the Giants in receiving twice, okay? With like 700 yards each. Okay? Darius Slayton he wasn't a reach. He wasn't a reach. Maybe compared to these other drafts, but he would have definitely been a gem if he went undrafted. You know? Darius Slayton is if you want to compare Darius Slayton's production to like a draft pick, like a draft value, Darius Slayton's probably worth like a 3rd-round pick. 3rd-round pick, Darius Slayton. So he's played like a 3rd-round pick. But who did we have, KB? What do you mean, who did we have? Explain yourself. Any updates on Nick Gates? Looks like he's a goner with the Feliciano signing. Maybe, because a lot of people are saying that he may not be able to play this season. Dallas is falling apart, absolutely, and we love to see it. We love to see it. Are there any good pass rushers out there that we can pick up during free agency? Let's look it up. Let's look up free agent pass rushers. Edge. Is Cross worth 5 or 7 if we pass it as much as the Bills? Yeah, no, Cross, don't get me wrong. Like, if Ikem and Neal are taken at before 5, I don't know if I would take Cross at 5. Well, I mean, it shouldn't really matter too much because it's just 5 and 7. I would take Charles Cross at 5. I'll say that. I would take Charles Cross at 5. I like Charles Cross. Had a very good combine. I liked him before the combine, but had a very good combine. Very good in pass protection. He's a true left tackle. Charles Cross is definitely a true left tackle. Ikem more so fits a right tackle. I know I hate saying that because like the whole differentiating between left tackle and right tackle in the NFL now is kind of not really like that no more because people put their best edge rushers on the right tackle spot all the time, you know. So it really doesn't matter. And now you're getting left-handed quarterbacks in the league. So, you know, so the blind side is now the right side. So Cross at 5 is not a reach. Edward. Edward, you're too BPA, man. You're too BPA. Go back in every single draft. No team, as much as a team claims they draft BPA, they don't draft BPA. BPA is always within their needs. I've never seen... Well, I'm not going to say I've never seen it because you can go back in a lot of drafts, but teams always claim BPA and they were the best player on our board. They're just saying that because they don't want to make the player feel bad that, you know, we had to freaking, you know, get Kadarius Toney. You know what I'm saying? Every team after they draft a player, I kid you not. Wait till we draft our players. Wait till the Giants draft their players. They're gonna say they were the best player on our board. They were BPA. They were our best player available, even if they were clearly not. If Kyle Hamilton is still on the board and we draft Kayvon Thibodeau and they say Kayvon Thibodeau was our best player, you're lying because Kyle Hamilton's the best player in this draft. And if Kyle Hamilton does not go number 1 overall, then people are not going BPA. Go back to all NFL redrafts, and everyone always picks BPA top 5 picks. Edward, yeah, that's the point. You're using hindsight, bro. You're using hindsight, but what happens when it really counts? What happens when you're in the moment? Nobody drafts BPA, Edward. Nobody. Nobody does it. Nobody does it. I guarantee you, if I put you in a draft room right now, and I give you options, and Kyle Hamilton's on the board versus like an Ikem, you're probably going to take Ikem. Kyle Hamilton, as much as I want Kyle Hamilton to go at one of the 4 picks so he could take up a spot, Kyle Hamilton has the potential of dropping all the way to like the 10th pick. And he's the best player on the board. Okay? It happens. Good players fall. Best player available is BS. No team does it. Teams will go by value, but they don't go PPA. Yeah, exactly. They'll go by value. Like 2000s drafts where... Exactly. You want to go like Jonathan Taylor. It's all about positional value. That as well. Offensive tackle is a huge position of need. Nobody, you know, everybody knew Jonathan Taylor was going to be a beast in the NFL. Everyone knew that. Jonathan Taylor was taken in the 2nd round. Okay, because running back is not as valuable. Doesn't mean he wasn't best player available. He probably was in the 1st round. Dallas will draft based on hype and emotional. Choose Zeke over Ramsey and choose CD when it wasn't a need. Yeah, it became a need though, Eagle Speed, to be honest, because they got rid of Amari and they got rid of Michael Gallup too. Did Gallup go to a different team? I think Gallup went to. Did Gallup go to Miami? I think Gallup went to Miami, no? Oh, no, Gallup resigned. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. Gallup resigned. Some receiver went to Miami. I could be wrong. Giants should go with Ike Ekwonu at 5 and Tyler. I don't know. Tyler Linderbaum is falling down draft boards, and I can see why. Listen, the Giants got John Feliciano. I'm confident in John Feliciano. We don't really need Linderbaum right now. Although I do like Linderbaum, he could probably be the next Creed Humphrey, but wouldn't say that's our biggest need right now. Thank God Ramsey and Diggs are not their cornerbacks. Glad they went running back. Gallup's still in Dallas. Yeah, he's still in Dallas. Cedric Wilson went to Miami. Thank you, Eagle Speed. Cedric, I knew a Cowboy went to Miami. Cedric Wilson, Boise State Bronco, baby. Boise State Broncos. I don't know why I like that team. I fell in love with the blue field. Go blue. I'd draft Kenyon Green over Linderbaum. He had a terrible combine, but I liked his tape. I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. Can the Giants sign Von Miller? Von Miller would not want to come here, dude. Von Miller literally just won a Super Bowl. He is not coming to this team. Von Miller has standards, okay? Unfortunately, we don't meet those standards. Von Miller wants to go back to a championship team. That's why he's calling on Denver right now. He's trying to go back to Denver. Doing a great job, kid. I appreciate that, Jabrin. I apologize if I said that your name wrong, Jabrin. Green's tape doesn't lie. You're absolutely right, David. I like Green's tape. Absolutely right. He didn't have a great combine, though, I'll be honest with you. But, you know, Icky had a terrible combine. Anybody that says Icky had a good combine is a liar. You didn't watch the combine. Ikwanu did not have a good combine. Lance Zierlein trying to lie to the people while you see Ikem Ekwanu's freaking lowlights. They're like showing his highlights, but he's like freaking stutter stepping, and jitter and having like jittery feet. Had a terrible combine. His footwork was way off in that combine, but I think he was just nervous, to be honest. I think he was just paying attention to everybody around him. 40 times we're all suspect at the combine too. Yeah, Devin Lloyd ran a 4.7 40. I don't believe that for one bit. I don't think that should affect his draft stock at all. If anyone knows, you know, combines and 40 times and stuff like that, look at Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp also ran a 4.7. I think it was a 4.7 flat. We all know he burns people in the NFL. Okay. The stance you have to take for, anybody that ran a 40 time, right? I've run a 40. The stance you have to take is awkward, okay? It's very awkward if you're not used to it, and I'm not used to it, so my get off is terrible, okay? If you're not used to running a 40 time, it's probably not, it's probably not for you, man. You're probably better, running from a receiver stance and better with just straight line speed. I swear you said it exactly how my name is pronounced. I appreciate that, Jabrin. I like that. I want Eagles to get Watson. We have to run. Listen, Eagle Speed, you guys are in the running to get every star player. I swear, man. Every time there's a big free agent available, the Eagles are in the market. Screw you guys, man. Screw you guys. I swear if the Eagles freaking get Deshaun Watson, I'll be highly upset. Highly. Not even Dallas. Vaughn is looking at too. Yeah, I know. I don't understand why everyone expects prospects to be perfect coming out. How about looking at their strengths and backing yourself as a coaching staff to help and read? Yeah, I agreed. That's why a lot of teams draft based on potential. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that. Okay, like perfect example, Gregory Rousseau. Gregory Rousseau was probably not in position to start in this year, and I don't think he did start this year. I can look that up. But the reason why Gregory Rousseau dropped, and the reason why he's even considered as a first-round pick, he had some production, but as a pure edge rusher, he was just not good. But people drafted him off of potential, and coaching staffs had confidence that they can get that out of him. That's going to be a couple of these players in the NFL that are just complete. Like every quarterback drafted in the first round this year should not be drafted in the first round this year. Every quarterback is all potential picks, and all the offensive staff saying, hey, I can do something with this kid. He's not there yet, but I can do something with this kid. And that's all what it is. Coaching staffs, trusting their own intuition. Giants should trade number 5 to get capital and pick at 7. Yeah, they can. Because 5 will be more valuable. I understand that. I probably wouldn't mind that. I probably wouldn't mind that. I've been following you and listening to you and understanding the game. I appreciate that, Jabrin. I try my best, man. I've been doing this for quite a while, ever since I was, I want to say I was 17. I'm 24 now. I've been in this game for a while. I'm 24 now. That's crazy to say. I think I was 17 when I started YouTube, but I wasn't serious. It wasn't serious like I do it now. Get a job. Get a job. I only work 65 hours a week, Eagle Speed. That's not a job. I only work 65 hours a week. That's why my eyes are red, okay? It's not because I'm high. It's not because I'm high. I be working hard out here, guys. Working hard. Sam Williams is an interesting prospect. I gotta see who that is. You guys gotta what position and what school is he coming from? Please don't talk about the Eagles. I hate them and the Cowboys. Exactly, Jabrin. Exactly. KB, you should bring back the scouting videos. Oh, like the film reviews and stuff. Is that what you're talking about, Mike? Like when I did one on Josh Allen, the pass rush for Josh Allen. Talking about that one. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. I like doing that. It's just I don't want to get copyright claimed. You get copyright claimed with that. I just don't want my channel to go through that. But it's not like I don't care about the monetization anyway. I just hope not to get striked. I don't think I'll get striked anyway, but we'll see. We'll see, man. If I have time, for sure. You guys just let me know what player you guys want me to evaluate. What player you guys want to see? Maybe I'll do one on like Ekem or Kayvon, you know. I'm 23 years old. Can birthday passed on March 7th. Nice, man. Stay young, man. All the youngins out here. Young guns. Young guns. Yes, we always need good, cost-efficient players. Order some pizza. I've went on live and ordered pizza a couple times. Especially for that. I think I did it for the draft one year. Or one of the games. Sauce Gardner. Yes, sir. Oh, I would love to do it on Sauce Gardner. I think I have, because I have caddy cut-ups. I've never, to be honest with you, I haven't even used caddy cut-ups yet. I've been just using YouTube broadcast film. But with cornerbacks, to evaluate cornerbacks on film, you have to use all 22 because you can't use broadcast. You can't even see them half the time. So if I can get access to my caddy cut-ups, because I can't figure out how to use it. If anybody has caddy cut-ups, let me know. That's like the Patreon all 22. You pay like $1 a month and you get like access to all these films. So you guys let me know if anybody has caddy cut-ups, how you freaking watch. How you watch the film from there. I gotta figure out how to do that. And then if I can figure that out, I'll definitely do Sauce Gardner. I'll definitely do Sauce Gardner. Nobody even throws a Sauce. It would be tough. I know, man. He's locked down. He's locked down. Slayer or Sawyer took Hutchinson's cornbread in the college football 75. I heard Aiden Hutchinson had a tough time. I think I watched that one too. He had a tough time at that college football game. But you guys throw in your final comments, questions, concerns. I'll be wrapping this up now in the next like two minutes or so. We can grab Seth Williams, edge rusher in the second and third round. Okay, I'll take a look at him. I will definitely take a look at Seth Williams. A lot of people are talking about him. Jamari Sawyer too. Okay. Sawyer and Seth Williams. Well, you guys, before you guys leave, make sure you guys hit that like button for me. It helps me out a lot. It helps the algorithm out a lot. Make sure you guys, I think Kush has a call-in stream. I completely blanked for a second. Kush has a call-in stream in the next couple of minutes at 9:30. So you guys hit up Kush's channel for that. Sending a 30 people raid towards Kush. But guys, I just want to quickly point out before you guys leave, if you guys don't leave yet, I just want to seriously thank you guys. Like, thank you guys, all the people that support me on the channel, even the guys that troll like Eagle Speed. Eagle Speed's my guy. You guys are awesome, man. Seriously, like I said, I've been doing this since I was 17 years old. I'm 24 now. Like, I freaking bought a house. I like YouTube's always been a part of my life. Like YouTube's always been a part of my adult life. You know, like I don't know. Going from 17, I graduated, started taking YouTube more seriously because I had a lot more time, and then all of this happened, and I'm still here. I still got subscribers all the way from freaking 2015. You know, it's crazy to think about. Mike Nixon has been my boy forever. Um, you guys are awesome, man. I can't imagine not doing this. I can't imagine not being on YouTube anymore. Like it's been a part of my lifestyle for freaking like 7 years or so, 6 years, guys. So I'm extremely grateful for you guys, man. You guys have no idea how grateful I am. So thank you guys. The content will not cease. Um, and it's gonna keep going. The content's gonna keep coming. And Kid Blue, are you on Path Sports call stream? No, I'm not. I don't even know if he had one today. I thought he has one on Wednesdays. But you guys are awesome. Like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing, liking, even the super chats you guys give every once in a while. You guys are awesome. Everything you guys do supports the channel. Just you tuning in here is plenty of enough for me, man. So thank you guys for joining in. I'm gonna wrap this up now. Gonna get something to eat. I'm starving. And yeah, you guys go on to Kush's stream, man. Go on to Kush's stream. He's calling the stream today. See you guys later. Peace out, guys.